What's up YouTube? For today's video, we have a full Leafeon team. This one is for Patreon. If you like your theme team done, you can check it out in the description of the video under the Patreon link. Leaf Surfer, this one is for you. Now, real quick guys, I think I'm maybe coming down with some kind of cold, so if my narration sounds a little bit different, that's why. I hope I don't get it because I've been avoiding them all winter. But hopefully we'll get past this one. Alright, the question for today is, what do you think is the worst evolution? Let's get some salt flying in the comment section. I wonder which one is the most hated. Alright, this is a battle on my Discord. This one was against Mossy Dog. If you people do want to battle me, that's in the description of the video under the Discord link too. Alright, so we got a Blossom lead here. I've got my Leafeon 4. So this set was a... Let me just go through. There's the set. We got a choice spec set with Synchronize. So I was thinking if I come up against other grass types, it actually gets Synchronized, which is really handy. If you don't know what Synchronize is, and basically it's a psychic type move with a nice base power of 120, but you can only use it if the opponent on the other side of the field has the, shares the same typing as you. So obviously this favors Pokemon with dual typing, but in this case I use it on my Leafeon. Alright, so Blossom goes back down into the ground, and we've got the Watchog coming out. I'm going to swap out because obviously I'm choice spec synchronized, so I cannot do anything to Watchog. So Watchog's going to go for the return on my swap, and actually it's to be pretty hard with the return. It's about a 2 to 3 hit KO. So this is my Leafeon 1. So Leafeon 1 isn't such a bad set. It's a Mud Slap, Sinethus, Refresh, and Toxic set. We've got Bright Powder as the item as well. So the item is to spam Mud Slap as hard as you can. Go for the Toxic and heal up, and if someone does use Toxic on you, you just use Refresh. We've got Max Health and Max Special Defense. So now we got the, actually with Mud Slap giving a actually drop, which is nice. Watchog's going to go for the knockoff on me. It's not going to take me out. It's going to get rid of my Bright Powder though, so my Scummy set has been revealed. But this was just to get as much damage up on the opponent, then maybe bring something else in, or I could have the opportunity to maybe set up against this Watchog. Alright, so dropping its accuracy again, it's going to go for a final return and take out my Leafeon. But that's all good. We still got 5 Leafeon to go. Alright people, so getting a little bit more damage on the Watchog. It's almost at half health, which is pretty good. So now we're going to go into Leafeon 3. So this was probably my favorite set on the team. We've got a Max Attack, Max Speed set, right? This has got Bite, Bullet Seed, Headbutt, and Sword Dance. So we've got the item is King's Rock. With the Bullet Seed, you want to try and hit as many times as you can and get that scumbag King's Rock flinch. Bite has a flinch chance, and Headbutt has a flinch chance, and Sword Dance to raise its attack. So it's a really, really troll set. Anyway, so Watchog is going to go down, and now we got Scum Tank coming out. So this is a pretty good counter to my team. With Leafeon, right, it was its move pool is quite limited, so it made it hard against like certain like poison Pokemon is quite hard to go against. So it's going to use the Sucker Punch, which is actually going to counter my Bullet Seed strategy, relying on flinches. So I'm going to have to go for some more power with the Headbutt. So I also have Headbutt flinch chance here, but it didn't actually go off on the Stun Tank, and it's going to be able to get a Poison Jab off against my Leafeon after the Sucker Punch, and that's going to be way too much for Leafeon, and that is going to take it down. But don't worry, I've got some more fresh Leafons to swap in. So it's also got the Life Orb there too, which is going to get a little bit more damage. So now we've got the Leafeon 5. So Leafeon 5 is a Sunny Day, Solar Beam, Trump Card, and Hidden Power ground set. We've got the ability as Chlorophyll, the item is Heat Rock, Max Health, and Max Special Attack. I decided to go for Max Health because after the Sunny Day was up, it had more than enough speed to outspeed practically anything outside really speedy Choice Scarf users. Okay, so Skunk Tank is going to go down. Now we got the Octillery. So I was like, I could go for the Trump card, try and power up my Trump card here, and then go for Solar Beam afterwards on the Octillery. It's going to go for the Flamethrower, which is going to be powered up by the sun, and that's going to take me out. So I probably could have gone for Solar Beam there. I probably definitely most should have. I think I was thinking it could have had weakness policy or something like that. Anyway, so we got the, I don't know why they swapped out. I thought like it was like an obvious weakness policy. So anyway, I'm going to go to my Magical Leaf here. My Leafeon with Magical Leaf, which is pretty magical. Now, Magical Leaf is like Aerial Ace, right? It's a grass type move, and it's special, not being physical, but it actually doesn't miss, so it's quite a handy move. You really never ever see it, though. It's just a very weak kind of move. So on this set, we've got Wish, Heal Bell, Magical Leaf, and Toxic. We got Max Health and Max Defense, the other 4 in Special Defense. So this is my defensive wall, right? Sort of a counterpart to the other special defensive Mud Slap Bright Powder one. Alright, so Octillery goes down. I'm going to get some more leftover recovery. I'm not really in the greatest shape either with that burn from the Octillery and the Flamethrower. So, I was a little bit scared that I had weakness pulse. That's why I didn't do it before. So now we got Leafeon. This is another really big counter to my team. Like, flying types and poison types are like really, really rough. So now it's going to go for the Bug Buzz on my Leafeon 6, and that's going to take it out. I still have 2 Leafeon remaining, and I've got 1 more Pokemon that may be able to take this out. So this is my Leafeon 2. So this is it gets Grass Whistle as a sleepy move, so I wanted to do that. However, they're going to swap out the Pokemon I really wanted them to stay in, and now we got the Torterra coming in. So, this was a Grassium Z Grass Whistle set. So what Grassium Z Grass Whistle does, it gives you a +1 in speed, and of course it also puts the opponent to sleep if Grass Whistle lands. Its accuracy is really, really poor, but even the +1 in speed is quite nice. So on this I ran max speed and max attack with Anima Nature as the Grassium Z Grass Whistle was making up for me running that over Jolly. I've got Leaf Blade, Knockoff, and Last Resort. So now we've got the Torterra going for Toxic. It's going to be a definite bulky set, and it's probably most definitely going to have Shell Armor as well. Shell Armor prevents critical hits from Leaf Blade, so that was kind of out of the question going for that. So really here with the Last Resort, I had to get off a Leaf Blade, I had to get off a Knockoff, and a Grass Whistle before I was even able to use that. So go for Knockoff, getting rid of the leftovers, and also enabling me to use the Last Resort. Torterra is going to be running a Sand Tomb set. So this is like a classic set that I ran like so many times. It's very, very effective too. It's like max health, max defense, impish nature on the Torterra, and it's got Shell Armor as well, so it never gets critted, and it normally has like, it's got Toxic, Leech Seed, my favorite healing move, all those kind of things. So go for the Last Resort. Unfortunately, it's got very, very high base defense, and it's got decent health too, so it's able to heal itself up. And really, I can't do anything here. There's no way I can get a crit, and there's no way that I can swap right because it's trapped me in with Sand Tomb. So I've only got 1 Pokemon left, which is my Choice Scarf Pokemon. So I was thinking, well, if I can get Torterra within a range to take it out, and then bring that in and Revenge Kill it, that should be okay to do. So going for the Last Resort does some pretty good damage. Now the Torterra is going to go for the Sand Tomb, which is not very effective. Obviously just trying to, take me out with the the Sand Tomb damage and the Toxic. So down goes my Leafeon, but I've still got 1 remaining. So this was the Leafeon that I brought out earlier on in the game with Synchronize. So, there really wasn't a lot I could do. I was thinking of that Leafeon. I can't one-shot it with Shadow Ball. I can't one-shot this Torterra with Shadow Ball. I'm going to have to go for the Synchronize, right? And it lives on 1 health. I can't believe that. Like, now it's going to hit me with the Sand Tomb. But the good thing about this, right, is I can finish it off. The bad thing is I'm Choice Spec. So, as you guys can probably guess, the Leafeon is going to swap in after this, and I can't do anything. I can't use any other moves. None of my other moves would have taken it out anyway. Leafeon's actually got a very nice special defense stat, and it also has Bug Buzz too, which practically, like, it's a very, very good Pokemon to counter my team, right? Because my grass moves aren't very good against it. If I normally had some, like, a ground type move to hit fire types, but man, this Pokemon is such a heavy counter to my team. And of course, I'm locked into Choice Spec Synchronized right there, and I'm not salty or anything. Anyway, I was actually really, I was happy how I went against some of those Pokemon, like Skuntank and Leafeon were like really, really big counters. Anyway, so let's get on to this second battle. This one was against Barlow. We have a 2-cannon lead, so another nice little fresh counter off the start. So leading things off with the Leafeon 4. Now, this wasn't the greatest matchup in the world, so I'm going to be swapping out here. And I've got my Leafeon 6 to come in. What I did, like, with these 6 Pokemon teams, right, I usually name them, like, a number. So then, when I'm scrolling through to what to swap into, I know, like, what number has the moveset. I was not going to be searching through, like, all these all the time. And when I'm explaining these sets to you guys, like, I need to know which one's what to. So that's why I do that. I mean, I could call them nicknames as well, but I just found this way easier. Anyway, so we got the 2-cannon going for the Gunk Shot. That's going to take out my Leafeon. Almost. Anyway, so I live on 4 health. I've got the Toxic up, so that's a good little poison on 2-cannon. Now, it normally does have, like, a flying type move as well. So this is, once again, a flying type move was quite, a flying type Pokemon was quite hard to get around. So Leafeon's going to get a little bit back with its leftovers. The main thing is I got the Toxic up on the 2-cannon. So now it's going to go for the Gunk Shot again. I'm not sure if this is actually like choiced or anything like that. I'm thinking it could be because it actually did outspeed me. Leafeon has a decent amount of speed, and 2-cannon isn't the fastest Pokemon. So that's what that's what I was thinking at this point in the game. So I've got the poison up on that, which is really nice. But it's choice. I'm very, very certain at this point that it was Choice Scarf Gunk Shot. So now going into my Leafeon 2. So this was the Grass Whistle set. I'm going to go for the knockoff because I want to get rid of that Choice Scarf to start things off. So the Choice Scarf, as I thought, is now gone. Gunk Shot is going to land this time, but Leafeon itself has a nice base defense, right? So I was actually able to live that one. That was the only reason this was a sweeping set. That was the only, if it didn't have a good base defense set, I was in a lot of trouble. So now the Choice Scarf is gone. It's going to go for its scummy burn up beak, and there's really not much I can do other than go for the knockoff. And it lives on 1 health. Like, I can't believe it again. Like, out of all of the battles I had, like, at least one Pokemon will live on 1 health. I'm not even joking. You guys probably, I don't know. Anyway, why does it happen to me? Seriously, it's like a curse now. Anyway, so Toucannon goes down to Toxic, but that's not the point. It lived on 1 health. That shouldn't have happened. So now my Leafeon's down. I've got to swap into my Leafeon 4 from the start of the battle. All right, so now we got Gourgeist. I'm like, okay, well, I can use the Shadow Ball against this. That's the best I can do this. It's going to see that I've got the Choice Specs too. So anyway, I was like, bugger it, let's go for Shadow Ball, see how much damage this does. I wasn't expecting a KO because even with Choice Specs and Modest Nature, it really isn't the most powerful Pokemon out there. So now Gourgeist is going to go for the Z move here. Now this is going to be Z Trick or Treat, which is a really interesting move. I actually quite like Gourgeist too. So really, it's quite a new, unique Pokemon. I think we need more Pokemon that have like different sizes or like forms and stuff. Okay, so now it's going to add the Ghost typing to my Leafeon. I was like, well, let's go for the Shadow Ball again. Even if something comes in and resists it, that could be, that's fine. I'm just going to do some damage against them. So the Gourgeist is down. They could have swapped there, but maybe that's all they really wanted to do. It's not the fastest Pokemon in the world. But obviously that answered my question. They've got the Gumshoes, so they can freely swap in their Gumshoes now that they know I have to swap here. So swapping out my Leafeon and going into my Leafeon 1 now, which is the bulky defensive, special defensive set. Now, we got the Gumshoes going for the big crunch, doing a lot of damage to me, man. I can't swap anything into this at all. Toxic misses, which really, really mattered because Gumshoes was going to take like a little bit of damage there. And, you'll see as the battle goes on. So now goes my Leafeon. I've still got 3 remaining, though, but they do have 4 Pokemon left. So I really got to get back into this battle. So Leafeon 3 is going to come in. We know this is the King's Rock set. And now we got the Alola Dugtrio coming in. So I'm like, well, it doesn't have the greatest defenses in the world, right? So this is going to do some pretty good damage against it. So go for the Bullet Seed, hoping this lands like 3 or 4 times to take this out. Does really good damage. I get a critical hit, right? And then it's like, oh no, they're going to eat a berry and get some health back, right? But it's not. It's a Salac berry instead, but it only hits twice. Oh, man. Anyway, so now it's going to go for the Aerial Ace, and that does okay damage to Leafeon, but Leafeon does have some nice base defense. Now going for the Bullet Seed again on their Dugtrio, and that is going to take it out. I'd like a frog in my throat, a Polytone in my throat there. So now we got the Farfetch coming out, which was another good, nice little counter to this team. I really can't do too much against this. It's going to go for the first impression. There's no way I can swap anything into Farfetch, and that's going to take me out with a critical hit. I'm not sure if that one mattered. Depending on what item it had. I think it could have, or what EVs it had. I definitely think it was max attack, but whether it was Adamant or Jolly was another thing. So now I'm going to go into my Leafeon 4, going for Giga Drain. I really have nothing to hit this Farfetch with. It does pretty good damage though. I'm happy with that. And now the Farfetch is going to go for the knockoff, getting rid of my Choice Specs. So that's gone. I definitely need to take this thing out before it sweeps my team. So going for the Giga Drain again. I was hoping I could get some health back and take it out, but it didn't. Since the Farfetch knocked off my Choice Specs earlier on, that means my Giga Drain damage didn't do as much from before. So now it's going to use knockoff again, and it lives on 1 health of the Life Orb damage. Come on! And now they're going to swap out their Farfetch, and then their Huntail is going to come in. So it's like, okay, so they're going to try and conserve their first impression, but at the cost of the Huntail. That does a lot of damage there. It does 3/4 damage. I'm going to heal myself up real nice there. Okay, so Huntail, whether it's going to outspeed me or not, or it's got a weakness posse, which I thought for a second then when I versed, it's like, oh crap, it's got a weakness posse, but it doesn't. So now I'm going to go for the Giga Drain on Huntail again, and that's going to be enough to take it out. So in the process of the Farfetch swapping out and, getting outsped, it swapped it out and sacrificed the Huntail. So it's like, okay, well, now the Farfetch is probably going to come in here and go for the first impression. Okay, so it's coming in on 1 health. It needs to one-shot me or do some really heavy damage. So Farfetch goes for the first impression on my Leafeon and fails to take me out, and it's going to take itself out. So pretty much, we were in the same kind of realms of damage from before. But it was a good effort and nearly actually took me up. Okay, so the last Pokemon was the Gumshoes. I've still got 2 Pokemon remaining, but one of them I was on a very low man health. So if you remember, this Gumshoes could have got poisoned before, right? Okay, so going for the Giga Drain does some pretty nice damage. It's about a 3-hit KO, approximately there. And now it's going to go for the return. So adaptability return, there's no way I'm going to be able to live that one. And that is my Leafeon down. So I've got one more Pokemon left, which is my Leafeon number 5. So this was a special set with Sunny Day, Heat Rock, and Solar Beam. So it's like, well, it should be in range for me to take out the Solar Beam. Well, Solar Beam is the best attack I've got to throw at this thing, right? So anyway, go for the Sunny Day. That's going to boost my speed and allow me to hit Solar Beam in 1 turn. Gumshoes is going to go for the return. I take that fairly well, considering I'm running a bulky one. And now I'm going to go for the Solar Beam, hoping this will be enough to take it out. And hopefully the Gumshoes is going to go down. So firing off my Solar Beam on the Gumshoes. And it lives. Man, that Toxic. Remember I missed that Toxic before? That actually was the game changer, that Toxic missing. Man, I'm salty. I hope you guys enjoyed both these battles. Check out the bloopers and the bonus battle. I guarantee you'll definitely crack up.